Let's take a quick look at the South Park destruction of Meghan and Harry, just because it's so fun.
We want privacy! We want privacy!
Now, there are rumours they might be suing because they sue everybody over everything normally, especially if it's true.
What do you get when a royal couple who begged for privacy suddenly brings a full camera crew to Disneyland? You get Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, once again proving they're not about privacy, they're about publicity, and this time it blew up in their faces. From drone shots to awkward, scripted moments, Meghan thought this would be her big comeback. Instead, it turned into a disaster that had the internet cringing, fans turning away, and even Piers Morgan laughing out loud. Let's break down exactly how Meghan's fake fairy tale trip to Disneyland turned into a royal embarrassment.
You think sex work is beneath some people? Is that what you're
Probably
arguing?
for a member of the royal family, yeah.
I don't know
You probably
about
shouldn't
that.
be a hooker. Yeah.
On balance,
A member of the British royal family probably ought to steer clear of sex work, yeah.
What it tells us is, rather comically, that when you have this couple who, remember on their website, it says that they're all about compassion. They're compassionate people. They're also all about mental health and helping people with mental health. They've been very vocal about that recently, about the perils of online trolling and the effect it has on people's mental health. And yet here we are with Vanity Fair, the Hollywood Bible, the thing that Meghan was most thrilled about getting the cover of a few years ago when she got engaged to Harry, which went down very badly with the palace at the time, I can tell you. But now it reveals that actually she in particular is a nasty little bully who sends staff into therapy. Think about that for a moment. This also follows all the stories about her bullying staff over here in the UK. Which is unresolved. NDAs stopped all that stuff coming out, but she bullied people in a very unpleasant way over here. So it's no surprise to people who work at Buckingham Palace. They saw and witnessed all this here. So I just showed, look, they're a pair of hypocrites, they're a pair of chancers, as the Spotify guy called them, a pair of effing grifters. And they're desperately trying to maintain some kind of future as a renegade royal couple when they're no longer part of the royal family. The royals don't talk to them. The king does not talk to his own son. None of the senior royals talk to these two.
Their approval ratings now have fallen below Prince Andrew's in America. I mean, how unpopular do you have to be less popular than him? So it's pretty extraordinary to see their descent. And obviously, on a personal level, I feel really sad.
Have you talked to Meghan since?
I have not.
Do you think you should interview her?
Let's get them both in front of a camera. I have a few supplementary questions. First question would be, so let me get this straight. The royal family were racist about the skin colour of your unborn baby. This is what you said to Oprah Winfrey. And they also were so disgustingly callous that a senior member of the Buckingham Palace team told you, Meghan, you couldn't get help for having suicidal thoughts, even though your husband was a figurehead for a mental health charity. These are two unbelievable claims. I mean, shocking, horrific. If those things are true, the whole royal family should be disbanded. The monarchy should end. An odd thing happened. Prince Harry writes his book full of incendiary claims and allegations. Do you know the two things that he didn't put in the book? The racism and the mental health stuff. It was like it never happened. And when he got asked about the racism, he said, oh, that was a media invention. So my first question would be, what happened to those claims? I think the damage those two have done to the royal family has been incalculable. The problem with these two is they turn everything, there's a phrase that I like, which is over-egg the souffle, right? They're always over-egging the souffle. Whatever went on last night, it wasn't a 2-hour high-speed chase around Manhattan. It was probably at least half of that was spent, it seems, stationary or in a police station. And what was really going on, because it's perfectly legal for paparazzi in New York to follow celebrities. Nobody got arrested. The police said there was no specific incident. Nobody got hurt. There was no collision. In the end, it's just Harry and Meghan complaining about press intrusion, having been in an event that invited the world's media to come and pay homage to them.
For those of you who are listening, that was the cartoon Meghan and Harry holding their placards, their protesting signs saying, we want privacy, okay?
It started like something out of a Disney commercial. Slow motion shots, magical music, the castle, the churros, the smiles. But instead of magic, viewers noticed something strange. This wasn't a normal family outing. There were drones flying above. There were staged moments with perfectly lit faces, and Meghan just happened to wear designer jewelry in every shot. Why? Because this wasn't about the kids. It wasn't even about having fun. It was about one thing, Meghan trying to rebrand herself. After Netflix documentaries, podcast flops, and a drop in popularity, Meghan needed something new to fix her image. But this Disneyland vlog made things even worse. As soon as the video hit social media, Piers Morgan didn't hold back. On his show, he called it peak hypocrisy. He reminded viewers that Harry and Meghan fled the UK, telling the world they wanted privacy, but now they're filming their kids eating ice cream. This looked less like a family trip and more like a YouTube influencer launch. He joked it could have been the opening promo for Archewell Adventure Park, and honestly, it's hard to tell if he was wrong. Let's not forget, Prince Harry once blamed the British press for turning his life into a zoo, but now he's the one recording every second, waving to cameras, and high-fiving Goofy on cue. If privacy was really their goal, would they be flying drones over Disneyland crowds? Would they be capturing strangers' faces for their own content? It's a serious question, one Piers Morgan asked, and one millions of people are now asking too. At one point, Meghan looks into the camera and says, "Being here as a mom is just everything. Cue the music, cue the smiles, cue the sparkle, but wait, we've seen this before." Piers played a side-by-side of Meghan saying the exact same thing in an old commercial for her TV show, Suits. Same voice, same tone, same dramatic breath. Was this really a mom enjoying a magical day? Or was it just another audition tape for the next big deal? Want to talk cringe? Meghan and Harry were wearing matching Mickey Mouse ears. Not just any ears, but custom ones stitched with H and M. Even their child's backpack had the Archewell logo front and center. Viewers felt like they were watching a commercial, not a family video. Piers joked about what could be next. A Meghan-themed Fast Pass? A Harry-branded churro? At this point, it wouldn't be a surprise, because everything they do seems to be about turning personal moments into profit. It didn't take long for Twitter and Instagram to explode. Comments like, "I cringed so hard I dislocated my jaw." "Did Spielberg film this waffle bite? This is not family fun. This is a soft launch." Even fans who used to support Meghan started turning away. They saw the same thing everyone else did, a carefully planned production, not a magical moment, and that's what really hurt her image. Again. Piers Morgan laid out the full cycle. Meghan claims she's being treated unfairly. She gains sympathy. She lands a big deal or project. She makes content and promotes it. When people react, she blames the media again. It's the same pattern over and over, and this Disneyland vlog was just another step in that plan. But this time it didn't work. This time the audience didn't fall for it. Piers also showed how different this was from real royal behavior. He pulled up clips of William and Kate at theme parks. They weren't flying drones or filming every step. They smiled, waved, and left. The true royals live their lives with grace. Meghan and Harry turned theirs into a Netflix series. This isn't just about one video, it's about a pattern that's made people stop trusting them. Every moment seems staged, every message feels planned. From Oprah interviews to Spotify podcasts to Disneyland vlogs, it's all too much, and it's backfiring. Even Disney insiders were reportedly upset. They expected a sweet family video, not an awkward fake PR campaign. Sales of the H&M mouse ears were so bad, they had to be pulled from stores. When even Disney can't sell your brand, that's a problem. So what now? If Meghan Markle really wants people to see her differently, she needs to stop acting like a celebrity and start acting like someone who means what she says. You can't demand privacy and then post polished vlogs. You can't talk about protecting your kids while filming them for likes. And you definitely can't blame everyone else when people start asking questions. The world isn't fooled anymore. Meghan's Disneyland video was supposed to be a comeback, but it ended up being a perfect example of why so many people are done with her act. If you agree, hit that like button and share this with someone who's tired of the drama. And remember, you can leave the palace, but you can't escape the truth. Stay tuned for more breakdowns, more facts, and no sugarcoating, because some fairy tales, they just don't have happy endings.